let's get going. We will open the meeting at 7:02. Welcome to the February 18th, 2026 Berlin Conservation Commission meeting. As a reminder, open session public meetings are subject to being recorded. Your image and voice will be recorded and live in the internet forever. So
You've been warned.
you've been warned, exactly. So the first agenda item is MACC reimbursements. So Lexi, you have a reimbursement for $180 for registration for the MACC conference and your receipt. Excellent. And
Yep, I have two reimbursements. Oh, I have a third one I haven't put in yet.
okay, so first let's vote on it.
Okay.
What are your items?
The postage for 2 letters.
Okay, which is how much?
Here. Yeah, there it is. $20.96.
Okay, next.
And
Item?
then an enhanced HDMI cable for our.
Right here,
Yep.
we're
Nice.
making use of it, and
And the
that
conference.
was how much?
It's here somewhere. $13.86.
Okay, and then the MACC conference for
180.
180.
Mhm.
You've not done the math yet?
Nope,
Okay.
because I have to add in the post office stuff.
Okay, so while you're doing that, we'll vote on Lexi's. I have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve $180 for Lexi's reimbursement of the MACC, not dues, conference.
And are we gonna, I think we said we were gonna try and do that out of the wetlands fund?
If we can, yeah, that would be great.
Right.
I think it makes sense.
Right. I feel like we've tried that in the past and it hasn't worked.
Trying again.
Right. We'll try it and so either the wetlands fund or the budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we can't do the wetlands, we'll do budget.
Okay.
Because we have plenty of budget, right? I think we still have
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yep. So we have a motion.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Can I vote on this or no?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. It seems weird.
Hearing, no further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? All right. Lexi has $180. Okay.
Well, like you're
Now
just
a
swing
motion
vote
for
or anything.
AJ.
Fair.
For 3
It
purchases.
just feels weird to vote on my own.
I know,
The-
I get it.
The conference for 180 and the HDMI cable for $13.86 and the postage for $20.96.
Totaling.
$214.82.
Can I get a motion to reimburse AJ for $214.82?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I will be able to eat lunch again.
Yeah. We didn't say what account, and those, other than the MACC, the others have to come out of the budget.
Budget, yeah.
So we'll break it out like that in
Yeah.
our schedule of bills payable.
Yeah, okay.
All right. 2 forms to fill out in the mailbox, you've got those. All right, our first hearing is a request for determination of applicability, otherwise known as an RDA, for Chris Rogers. Chris, if you want to come up.
Sure. Nice to see you guys again.
Good to see you. We'll officially,
Um,
wait, I have to officially open the hearing.
Which sign-in sheet are we using, this or that?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
If we use that, let's just make sure it gets put
What
on
do you
the
want me to
full board.
move this to that? 'Cause
Yeah,
This
yeah,
must be last time, so yeah, we can do
Yeah.
that one.
okay, awesome. So, hold on, I have.
Okay, those are pictures you guys took. I did send
Yep.
some more to Julia, but she's.
You
which
did,
is
and I saw them, and I was like,
It's
because she had already done this, I'm like,
short.
I'm not gonna.
Listen, it's a concrete foundation. Not that exciting. I did actually get in the mail, I've never received one of these before, but an actual USA Today confirmation of publication, so I don't know if you guys needed
yes,
this.
for the
Be
file.
happy to hand that off.
Awesome, thank you so much.
And then I did, as part of our last meeting, send the small plan, which we all had, for those of you who were last time, it was just a little teeny plan. Had enlarged by Neshoba Blue and did some bad, I can't match Seth or any of those guys in terms of the color coding, but I think there are some questions in terms of, that's a very busy shot. And so I've done 2 kind of homemade graphics, which I'm happy to hand around in one blank. I'll leave these all to you guys. But basically trying to show where the barn is located and, where it's gonna go based on the foundation that's already there. And that's it. If anybody has any questions, I know some of you all were up at the site, so you know where the pavement ends and the rest of it begins. So I'll hand this around, but basically what I did was Carr Road comes down here. For those of you guys who are familiar with the Berlin Country Club, their driveway's up here. If you go to the end of the road, there's a little house down here with a brick facade. There's what I refer to as Old Sawyer Road, which breaks up kind of like Randall Road into Bolton this way, which is just kind of a gravel road. And the same here, Randall Road, which is gravel, heading up this way. So what I did was I tried to kind of show where, to my best guess, the actual pavement was and then the barn was. So, like I said, I'll leave that with you guys to take around. And then made a similar one, because I'm sure he was riveted by this.
So, let's go back to, so if you look at the picture in the lower left, that is, you're kind of
You're
standing
looking-
right here-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
looking,
Yeah,
it
that's-
really was like right here, yeah.
that's the downhill side.
Yep,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so the backstory, because I haven't met you yet. My
I'm
name's
Ethan.
Ethan. Chris, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The golf course has been there for as long as I can remember. The prior owners passed away. Their son, who's actually a professional golf course manager, which is great because I have bought this property, so I never wanted to not be a golf course. Basically, has come in and if you were to go down there, what you would see is basically all the equipment you need to manage a golf course kind of strewn around the area, some in storage trailers, some covered. And Kurt came in and said, I want to just wrap this up. So the backstory of the foundation is about 10 years ago, his parents started, there was an existing barn there, they tore it down, they poured that foundation, and they stopped. So he came by my place, which again is about 1,200 feet down the gravel road, where I'm building myself a barn. He said, I want to build this so I can put all my stuff inside. I said, should be no problem. The foundation's poor. We're not doing any site work other than taking everything that's on the ground and putting it in the building. And so here I am. Because there is a stream, as I'm sure you guys all know, about 50 feet behind.
Yeah, it doesn't really actually show on this, the screenshot over here.
Here.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, there's
You
kind of a
can
depression.
kinda see it, yeah.
Yeah.
so that gray area to the right of the roads, where they kind of, what is the term I'm looking for here? Where they, what's that turkey bone? That the wishbone.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the stream right there, so that's,
Yeah,
that's probably the barn foundation right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so about 50 feet back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so well within the 100 foot.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And again, not trying to
Oh, yeah.
step
Yeah.
away from that. Again, my, and I'm not going to use word term pushback, but my kind of the argument I'm trying to make here is that it's the foundation's in. I had nothing to do with that. I mean, it's a nice piece of work. My hope is that it's been in the ground for 10 years. It was actually already permitted, so the demo is permitted. I've got a copy of the actual permit for the actual new barn from 10 years ago. We're building a much more simple, that one was a pretty nice barn, kind of fancy. It looks like they're gonna put a second floor, almost like an apartment in it, but this is for straight storage. Again, on an existing foundation, no site work proposed. All the work and all the storage will be to the piling into the front of the thing, so we're, not gonna be working kinda anywhere down slope towards the stream.
So all you've gotta do really is backfill or
The only thing that we will
Inside.
do, and that's a good point, is that we'll literally just, and maybe even not, maybe just even compact, cause it was backfilled.
oh, it is, okay,
Even to
it
the point
doesn't
where
really
the,
look like it in
even
the
to
picture.
the point where the,
Yeah, so this.
inside the barn, the floor is actually, it's flush to the top of footing, so someone has already
Oh.
taken all these.
Right, and this is the back, the
Right.
stream's right down here.
Yeah,
So it's all stabilized, it's all.
Right.
yeah, it's
like-
been there for, how long has
yeah.
it been there?
10 years, 2015,
Yeah,
16-ish is when they did it,
Yeah.
so.
So there is gonna be a basement to it, as
Yes,
is.
there is a cutout, there is an existing kind of
Right
gravel path that goes to the
here.
back side of it.
Right,
So all you're
Um,
doing at that point is putting in some crushed rock, compacting that and throwing out a
You're gonna
slab.
pour it?
A slab?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, at least I personally won't do it, but I'm gonna recommend that Kurt do it.
yeah,
But to your point, it's already graded to top of footing.
yeah, so
And
it's,
it's been there for 10 years, so I'm like,
you
it's not gonna
barely
get.
even need to compact it at that
Exactly,
point.
it's
other than-
it's
yeah.
already done, it's been
Yeah.
open to the sky for 10 years now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
best compaction you can get.
Yeah,
and the cheapest.
And the cheapest, there you go, gravity and
If you're
rain.
willing to wait 10 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. So again, my
It's
point is that we're
taxes
really
right now.
proposing not doing
Yeah.
anything, from a site we're literally gonna
Yeah,
get
site work
get
you're
that first
basically
like pour deck on and
Yeah.
everything's just gonna go right from there, so.
yeah.
Right, right. So we did kind of look at when we were on site, maybe just having you put some silt fence up at the top. AJ, in that bottom left-hand photo, can you point at like kind of the top of the ridge?
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was hoping
like,
maybe
along
just some
that.
wattle, I don't know if you want it, I don't know how far you wanna go. Again, as I said at that meeting, the worst that we're gonna be putting on the ground is gonna be sawdust. And it's even from the perspective of, even pressure treated, it's just gonna be the plates.
Right.
Other than that, it'll all be, so I'm hoping not to have to do that, but if I do need to do it, I'm hoping it can just be wattles on the surface staked in, just cause I'm thinking time of year.
When are you
Um,
starting?
As soon as the permit is, you guys, as soon as you guys clear it, I've talked to the building department, they're pretty much ready to go. It's not gonna be the next day, it'll be, I'll have to,
So like,
Yeah.
if,
it could be in a
if I
couple weeks,
approve it
couple of weeks.
tomorrow, yeah.
Could be.
It's gonna be through the spring during the mud season, basically, so.
My hope is
yeah.
that we're ahead of that a little bit, because we don't mind working in the cold, I'd rather
Okay.
work on frozen ground than soft ground.
Than mud.
The nice thing is,
Area.
it's that area to the left in that picture, it is actually paved.
Mhm.
And again, I know my guys are not gonna wanna go, other than to pick up wood and things, they're not gonna wanna walk around the back, they're gonna wanna stay up top, up high,
Right.
and stay off the ground as
Yep.
long as they can.
Yep, it's not like you're gonna be doing a whole lot of work to the side of that foundation.
No,
Right, well, and if you are going that quickly, you're not gonna be able to tow in silt fence right now anyway.
well, that's what I was saying, wattles,
Yeah.
we can put something down, again, cause if it, let's just say the weather breaks and whatever, the worst that's gonna happen is some sawdust is gonna get washed in.
Right,
I don't know, I don't consider that a threat myself, but I'm not gonna speak in the,
sure.
for the
Well, and
commission.
I guess,
White pine,
and
not so
it's
much.
gonna go up pretty quickly, right?
We'll have this thing up in a week.
Yeah,
It's just a barn.
yeah.
Just, the frame up,
Right,
it'll take a
so
little
if
bit
you,
more for.
if you start in, say, March 1st,
Mhm.
you'll be done before St. Patrick's Day.
Hopefully.
And the way we're going, the ground will still be frozen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, hard to say, because actually,
Yeah.
I've got another project where I'm actually keeping the snow on the ground in the hopes that the frost stays either stable or kind of comes out a little bit.
Right.
So when we're ready, we'll clear that strip and go to work there, but.
Right.
Yeah, it's a tough time of year.
Okay, so, and so all of this, the fact that there's no digging or anything is why, we suggested an RDA for this project.
Yeah.
Because it definitely is jurisdictional, but I don't see a reason for a full NOI.
No, they're not doing any site work to speak of. I mean,
Right.
they're gonna have a concrete truck, dump truck, but that'll all be up on the concrete anyway.
Right.
If he stakes some wattles down along that ridge, I don't see a problem with that.
Agreed.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
Jute wattles.
Yep,
yes,
not plastic.
Yep.
no.
No,
And that's another
Yeah.
reason to avoid the silt fence, cause that's more plastic.
Well, that's true. That is
And I don't
true.
think that's gonna get crazy with the amount of work he's
Right.
gonna be doing there.
Yeah.
That's a big-
So, it is, you know, as long as you keep all of the activity up top,
Yep.
I think I would be comfortable with just wattles as well.
Okay. Only thing I may ask is just to let me know exactly where you want those, because again, I'll call S&M to take care of that for us.
Okay.
And even if
Um,
it's just a hand sketch on anything you've got, just to say, okay, or even just verbal guidance. You know,
Yeah,
if you
I
wanted to
mean-
do a kind of a horseshoe around the back of the building.
Right, so we definitely looked at going, so if you look in the upper right photo, so from the stone wall along the back of the foundation, and then,
So there's a stone wall that runs off the back of the foundation? Is that what-
yeah,
is that
so
what
it's
I'm
kinda
thinking?
over here.
Okay,
Ge-
and is
So
that
it's
by,
right here.
right up against the foundation on that side?
I think so, right?
Yeah, there's some retainage there that
Yeah.
was, you know, some work, you know, so again, in the spirit of openness and honesty, you know, so this thing got installed, and so clearly somebody did do some site work, you know.
To get
So
there.
the backside you can't see is you can almost walk right to the edge of the foundation, whereas
Right.
the back and the, you can see the slope going
This
down on
side,
the
this
right
one
hand
is down.
side.
Right, so there's a retaining wall on the other side?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Do we wanna have?
So I
like,
could,
just
I
behind
could
the
go from that
retaining-
corner.
Over-
to-
well,
or
so,
on top of the
like,
retaining wall?
I was thinking, whoop,
Look at
that's
the
a problem
aerial.
with the touchscreen. Okay.
Don't touch it.
I know, right? So from in the upper right-hand corner, so
Yeah.
from the stone wall
Yeah.
along the back of the foundation, although really, like,
I think it would actually make more sense to put it at the top of the stone wall, like right at that
up
point.
here,
Yeah, or run it straight across the back, but like a couple feet downhill. I know it's not ideal, but,
right.
and then horseshoe it up on each side a couple feet. Well, at least.
Well, and
on
I guess my biggest
side.
concern in the lower right-hand corner is kind of, you know, that parking area for, you know, along here.
Yeah.
Cause the
I-
stream is
Okay,
definitely
that,
along
so
there.
that makes sense. If we came
Yeah.
along, because I can see that from here, where the old pump house is.
Correct.
Did something, I guess, to the back side of the gravel drive there.
Yeah,
So there's a gravel drive that goes down around, I mean,
Yeah,
it's.
there's
Right.
there's an existing
so
gravel
maybe the
drive.
most sensible thing would just be to cap everything at that gravel drive and then just bring it up. I mean, I don't know site conditions, so I can't, you know.
right, so,
But something like that.
yeah, so it's more, so this corner is that corner.
Yeah, I got that.
There, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, kind of like along like that is more what I was thinking.
Okay.
So that gravel drive comes down over this way.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, there was a giant tangle of bittersweet and.
Oh, and there's
Right.
so much stuff down there. It's
Multiple
crazy.
In
I
multiple,
don't,
yeah.
what's the
Yeah.
scale on this? I
Yeah.
can't-
There may not be a scale in this. Like I said, I just it's
Oh.
an 8.5
1 inch
by
equals
11
Yeah,
that I
because I don't
So
know.
found.
that's like, that's about 200 feet of of wattle. I don't know if we need to go that far. Cause that's not, there's no way that driveway's coming out 200 feet from there. That's probably only about, what,
Right.
50, 60 feet?
Well, what I can do is I can paint it, send you guys pictures,
Perfect.
and
Sure.
just tell me, is this what you had in mind? Because I think I understand.
I mean,
If I'm reading it, we're not so worried about the back left corner where the retainage is, but we want to catch that corner and come up around and up the gravel drive a little
Exactly.
bit, so that anything that does
Yeah.
Yeah.
wash
If,
out.
you know, if
I'd
the
say-
concrete guy pulls
Yep.
down there and
Right.
we had a weak
Right.
thaw and,
And I'm not
you know,
standing there, and
they-
if I listen,
yeah.
if not, they
Yep.
want to wash out, and they
Yep.
like,
Yep.
oh, we'll wash
I
out
was
right
gonna get
here.
to that.
You know,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I
That-
get it, I get it.
exactly. It's
the
more
5
that
minutes
kind of
you're not
stuff.
standing there.
Yep.
That's
When
Yep.
that shenanigans goes down.
Exactly.
I understand
Yes.
completely.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's more just to catch stuff like that. I know your intention is to do most of the work up
Yep.
top and
Yep.
everything, but
No, but it's good to.
stuff happens.
Again, it'll be, you know, again, it's also kind of like almost like construction fencing. It's gonna kind of
Yeah.
create a,
a
you
visual
know, no one's
barrier.
gonna start parking off the edge or, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's, I get
So,
it.
What if we just say that he goes like 15 feet past that corner, so he's got coverage over there, and then 15 feet past the edge of that?
I think it needs to come further than 15
Well,
feet.
no, 15 feet
Yeah.
past the edge of the driveway.
Well, it comes all the way up and connects up to here. So,
Yeah,
Where-
it's
where's-
kind of,
where's
it
that
kind of
building?
rolls down and it kind of rolls up to the gravel road.
It's fairly abrupt there, so it's kind of a, not
So-
a
to kind of,
a hairpin, but, you know,
Okay.
it's not directly up.
right, right.
Got it.
And this,
Okay.
the pump house actually on this map is not
No, it's not.
properly
That's-
located.
I don't
Okay.
think it
It's
existed
really
at the
right.
time this thing was drawn, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see the dinosaur footprints right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So just come along here where something could happen.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So yeah, if you stake it out,
Yeah,
spray
like I
paint
said, I've done this a
the
few
stakes
times,
or
so
whatever,
I'll
and-
either stake or, you know, maybe
Yep.
it may just be a function of, you know, irrigation flags or something like that, just to show you. I
Visually.
think I understand what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And you can say, go, that's fine, or 5 feet more, this fit, 15 feet, you know, or come up here,
Right.
or curl it up, you know, so we're essentially blocking off that gravel driveway for the time being, because we don't really need to be down there.
Awesome.
So-
Yep. Yeah, and then if when you're really done there, if you can just shoot me an email and say, hey, we're done. That way, if we do have a thaw or whatever, we know you're done.
Yep.
And
Sure.
we don't have to worry about
And
it.
you guys are welcome to come out anytime, I mean, it's a nice,
Cool.
quiet little spot
You'll
down there.
probably see my friend.
I hope so.
He likes to drive around.
If this is the stuff, if this is all I built, I'd be a happy guy forever. Like,
Sure.
building barns is just the best thing to build, so.
Yep.
Um,
Ethan and I are both, well, you are in construction, I'm construction adjacent, and so we very much understand.
High-end residential market, so
Yeah.
been
both
there,
of
done
us.
that.
Yeah.
Do for yourself, or
I work for a small builder that's based out of Woburn.
who is?
Brayton D. Jeff D.
No, I
Brian
worked in
Brayton.
Wilmington for a while for
Yeah.
Essex Restoration,
Okay.
which
Yeah,
was
I've heard of them.
right on the edge of Woburn, Wilmington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're mostly Boston, Cambridge,
Sure.
Brookline. You know.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I did my
don't
my
blame you.
time.
I don't blame
I
you.
worked
Yeah.
for Woodmeister, and then for
Yeah.
Plat Builders, and then for Essex, and
Yeah.
it's like this for me, because again, you weren't there for the site visit. I had the joy of walking my dog down, because that gravel spur up Randall Road, about 12 or 1,400 feet, is where I live.
Yeah.
It's just we are so happy to be there. Like I said, the dog's out on that golf course at this time of year almost every day.
Yep.
Awesome.
So I'm happy to be doing this, and happy to be helping Kurt, and
It's a pretty
again, trying to keep it a golf course. That's
Yeah.
all I tell anybody.
pretty sweet commute too.
All right,
Yeah,
hold on, hold
exactly.
on, don't go away.
Oh,
So we're going to can I have a motion to close the RDA hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And now we need to vote on a determination of applicability. And you get to leave with this piece of paper.
oh, fantastic. Usually get it in the mail.
So negative,
Negative determination,
I make a motion for a negative determination of applicability.
right, and that is
That sounds
going
right.
to be based on,
Seconded.
hold on, we have to, we have to modify it.
We haven't finished
It is subject, where it is in, right, based on, reason number 2.
Based on reason number 2.
Which is the work is in the subject area, but there will be no fill, they will not remove, fill, dredge, or alter that area.
Seconded.
Okay, now we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask you to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Okay. Now just bear with me one second
Take
while
your
I
time.
make sure we have all of our determination. Oh, I see. That's determination, negative determination right there. The did this all on my own for 11 years, and now that I have somebody to do it for me, it's all gone.
We got spoiled, that's for sure.
Totally. Okay, we're gonna deliver this by hand on.
That's how it goes, as soon as you don't need the information.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was just thinking about that earlier today.
26. And here's where we sign. Go that way first. Alright, that goes with that. All her little stickies for me. Yeah, I work in home automation.
Really?
So, yeah, which is interesting, but, can be very complicated.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
And now when you say home automation, like specifically like,
Everything from universal remote that
Okay.
will do your TV,
Sure.
home theaters,
blackout
where you
shades,
do,
like the
yeah,
Savant systems,
we do Elan,
okay,
yep, which is a control system for the
Yep.
whole house, just like Savant. And I sell the shades,
oh, good for you.
yep. Just,
Now, who do you work for?
I work for the company's GDK Surround, yeah,
I
out
mean,
of
it's been a
Sudbury.
lot of years, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
back in the day, it was, you know, we did a lot of work with, Wolfers, an outfit called System 7.
System 7 is kinda no longer.
Yeah,
It
with,
was bought
was
and,
it Joel? Gosh, I almost remember the people.
yeah,
But it's a great, some pretty awesome stuff. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know,
yep.
people are, you know, people are creative, they're smart.
All right, so, who knows how to run the copier out in the hall?
I think we'll figure it out.
I'm gonna let you do that, Robin.
Do you have to have a code or something?
I don't think so.
We'll find out.
All right, if you would make 2 copies, dear?
Sure.
Thank you.
Theoretically, but I think if you just tell it you're an you know, a town employee, it just lets you.
Let me make a copy.
Okay, thank you.
Here,
Yep.
try this $20 bill, see what works.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Are we going?
she will give
Okay,
you,
well, I'll step back.
she'll
Thank you
give
very
you
much.
the,
Yep, I'll wait.
the original.
Okay.
And we will send in,
And
a
I don't
copy
need to
to-
record that or anything, do I? Just
no,
put it
we're
in the
just
file?
gonna, we'll send it
Okay.
into DEP
Okay,
and, you'll be all set.
fantastic, thank you very much.
Awesome, you're very
No problem.
welcome.
This has been a wonderfully painless process, thank you.
We do try,
really
that
do
really.
It does seem like it's usually only painful when people decide to make it painful for themselves, honestly.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't,
to be honest, there are, and it's not just a conservation commission per se, but there are groups that can make it, it can
Difficult.
be a lot of work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've dealt with historic in Boston a few times, I know.
oh jeez.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
Not really.
yeah.
Like, I wanna do it right, you know? I went to art
Right.
school. But they could make it easier.
Yeah. You know, problem is once you're in construction for long enough, you get a little jaded.
Of course, like I said, that's where I'm at now, trying to
Oh,
keep
you're the
everything
best.
as local
I
as I
can-
possibly can.
I haven't managed to staple.
Whoa.
If you can give him
Wow.
the original, yeah.
So,
That one is not stapled, I didn't see it.
Very good, no
stapled.
problem. Well, guys, thank you very
Awesome.
much, pleasure
No problem.
meeting you all.
Have a good
Alright.
night.
And,
Nice to meet you.
Thank
feel free to come
you.
down and check it out.
All right, thank you,
Later.
Chris.
Around.
Chris,
See ya.
All right, so this is all of this. That and that. All right, ladies, you guys are up. Come on up. Yep.
You're the next contestants on Conservation Commission presentation. It doesn't have the same ring to it.
No.
there's something offline.
Prizes are better. We get our fish back. That's right.
Yeah.
All right,
Instead of jet skis.
so,
Or
Or
a
a
boat.
brand new car.
right?
I mean, that would
You
be
get
nice.
a car, and you get a car.
No, that was Oprah. That had nothing
I
to
know,
do with the
right?
Price is Right.
All right, so we are
Let's go with that.
reopening continuing the hearing for DEP file number 1070280 for the Wheeler Pond Dam removal. It is my understanding that you guys are ready.
We are ready for you. We got, one of the dependencies for getting an ecological restoration order of conditions is getting the 401 water quality certification from Mass DEP. And we did get that earlier this month, or it came January 16th. So I think that little bit of paperwork can help you as you formulate the conditions for the project. And I think that next steps we're anticipating is we're here tonight to answer any more questions you might have about the project, and that ultimately with the 401 water quality certification and with Patrick Garner's help, you'll be able to formulate the order of conditions for the project. And we talked a bunch about different conditions that we'd expect to see in it at our last meeting, I think which was in December.
Right, that's why, I mean, just wanted you guys to come in so we could all just refresh ourselves so that we could, so Julia did leave me a packet of special orders of conditions. I don't know if she included anything that we had talked about, so I just feel like we need a little bit more time to put together the OOC, just to make sure that it covers everything that we discussed, anything that Patrick might be concerned about, anything that you guys might wanna make sure is there. But I do think since Pat reviewed all of this, you guys now have all of the rest of your permits and everything else that you needed, so I think we can be prepared to close out the NOI. And then the next step will be to put together the order of conditions.
Which is normal and fine, these are complicated, so, take your time.
Well,
There's no
exactly,
rush.
that's it, as I
Be
said in my
comfortable with
email
it.
today, having never conditioned a dam removal before,
I was gonna
I'd
say,
like.
this is kinda new to
yeah.
us.
I'd like just a little bit more time to make sure that we're on it.
And just to update you with funding, so
Yes.
I'm working with the town, so Kristen Rubin, which I know that there'll be a new administrator, there'll be an interim.
Yep.
But I'm working with them in Central
Mass Regional Planning.
Commission.
Yes,
Just get that.
CMRPC.
There's like a whole
Yeah.
lot of alphabet soup. So we're gonna actually be presenting to the select board on Monday,
Okay,
because we'd like to do an MVP. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll
What's that?
in municipal vulnerability preparedness grant.
right,
Okay.
it's how we
So-
bought
We did, right?
Pisgah, yep.
Yeah, so you get more money as opposed to going through the dam and seawall grant. CMRPC will be doing probably the procurement and the administration for it, since I know that
And they're writing the grant also,
they're
right?
also, and because this is considered a rural town,
Mhm.
there's no match, which is another boon.
Right,
Oh,
So that's
nice.
awesome.
yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna be rolling in probably some other restoration projects. Maybe we're, speaking with Julia and also Fred Cummings to see if we can roll some other things into that as well. So we could be doing
Yeah.
some
The
culverts.
last
I was gonna
meeting-
say, can we
yeah.
do the culvert on South Street?
Well, I think
That-
that's actually a bridge, they
Oh,
already
that's right,
have.
okay.
And that actually, not to, we've received more funding for that,
Okay.
that's like, looking like it might actually happen this spring. I know.
I checked, so the funny thing is, we were all on the call and I checked in with Fred, I'm like, so how's that South Street going?
Yeah.
And he let me know that you guys got the funding.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
said, I know that we talked earlier and you had at least 3 culverts that you wanted to push forward. He gave me another street name, and of course it's escaping me at the moment, but we're gonna see what we can roll into it to make
Okay.
it a bigger effort for the town.
Nice.
And then we can go further in with our construction and get the Wheeler down. I have 3 dams projects.
Yes.
So yeah, so working on grants and lots of other things right now.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yep, this one has been, you guys have been amazing, so thank you.
That's awesome. And, you know, as we said to Chris, you know, I look at our job is to facilitate everybody being able to do things the right way. Our job is not to stand in anybody's way. It is to help make it work.
Well, I mean, this is restoring habitat.
Right, I mean, this is, yeah. Yep.
So I know this question's probably already been asked, but it's been a minute. I'm guessing that, judging from what we've been hearing about the condition of the dam, that this will actually reduce flood risk downstream?
Yes.
Like dramatically?
Right, at the moment, the dam's sort of at risk of like just letting go. And so if we take the dam out, then it will be a
Then it
channel and then it won't go.
Won't do that.
Right.
Okay, I just wanted
Yep.
to verify what I was kind of surmising from previous conversations and my own kind of understanding of the situation.
It's still a run of river, so it's
Yeah.
still flowing through,
Yeah.
but it is still holding back.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I've driven through that and I see the body of water there and, you know, it's not, yep. Understood.
That's something.
Yep.
So the water quality certification, did they test sediment at all?
Yes, as
Okay.
part of our application, we did go out and we collected 10 sediment samples, one upstream and one downstream to sort of get background levels, and then 8 in the impoundment, and they all came back clean. They came back registering levels of about rural background. There were no hot samples. So they're suitable for passive release, they're suitable for landfill disposal, they're suitable for landfill cover, they're suitable for just about anything, so there's lots of
Okay.
options. I know it was, right? That's the hard part.
Right, so last week, or last meeting, we had a presentation by Paul Anderson,
As
thank
a
you.
board member, yeah.
Yes, and so have you guys communicated with what so he's doing work just upstream?
So
And
that's- yeah,
he
that's
was
all me.
okay, good. And he was mostly concerned about the pH level of the water. And in your samples, what was your findings on the pH level?
Oh, that's a good question. They did report pH. pH isn't something that we summarized in our analyses, but if you want, we have the data.
Just curious, yeah, and, I mean, that's certainly not going to affect the removal. I'm just more concerned about, you know, sometimes when people stay in silos, it's better when they're not.
Actually, it was Paul that brought this up to me a while back, and so I recruited him for our board because he's actually wonderful.
I'm trying to recruit him for here, too.
And so he's actually been speaking to DEP about this. So that would be the next step in getting them involved
Right.
in doing the monitoring. And he gave a presentation at our meeting on Monday, our Science and Policy Committee meeting. But it's something that really kind of needs to be dealt with, in my understanding, at the DEP level. So that's what he's trying to do. So Paul, because he's a consultant, he's semi-retired.
Right.
He knows how to do all the charts and the figures, and so that's what he sent.
Yeah, he brought us a packet. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. He just wanted you to be aware of it, because if there needs to be action to be taken against the farm, then it should be done, because apparently that area used to have a lot of brook trout.
Sure.
And it does not now.
Correct.
So that could be another area for them to go up into once it's dealt with.
Right.
So, yeah, I think he'll have more of a report once. The only reason why he couldn't come tonight is because it's his wife's birthday, so.
It's my boyfriend's birthday as well.
Oh, it's a good day.
Yep.
February's a good month.
It
It's
is.
my birthday last week, so.
Oh, mine too. What day?
11th.
13th.
Ah.
Yeah.
Happy birthdays all around.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, everybody.
One thing that I can just say here is that when we did our sediment sampling, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sediment samples downstream
Mhm.
of the Coolidge Brook, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 upstream. So if there is a change caused by inflows from,
You'd have the,
you'd be able to see the
yeah, the
difference.
comparison.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
And
throw that out
so if there is a change, what happens?
well, then you'll have the information. I don't know what DEP would do about that.
Yeah, I think that would be pursued at the DEP level.
Are we
right?
talking about a pH level change or?
Yeah.
about just-
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the thing to remember is that whatever, because it's a run of the river and because that structure's kind of falling, whatever's been flowing into it's been flowing into it for quite some time.
Sure.
So.
Yep.
I think he is not an engineer. I think you'd probably find it in the sediment. We've already found stuff in the sediment now.
Right. Sure.
Although that's not dealing with the surface level water, is my understanding, right? It's a little different.
Well, right, the water moves through quickly.
Yeah.
But some signs of pH levels, different minerals would precipitate out, and you might see higher concentrations
Elevated
of
levels in the sediment, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
So I think Paul's also talking to DEP about doing the monitoring all the way from the Assabet through.
Right.
So I can give you an update on that once he gives me an update.
That'd
He's
be
still trying to
awesome.
coordinate that.
Sure.
And then once he presents, I'll probably come and listen in myself. So.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not tied to this project, but it's still very important, and I'm glad that
Absolutely.
you brought this up.
Yeah.
Because this is what we look for as a watershed organization. We want to help protect the watershed, so these are the things that we need to know about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there's no question that any issues are coming from that property. That property has been abused, let's just say, by its current owner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Stinky Farm.
Yep.
Yep. That's, there was a time, some
Stench
years
Ranch.
ago, some years ago, where his composting activity was creating so much odor, you could smell it
Miles away.
miles away. Miles. It was horrible. But anyway, all right. Like I said, especially we just had the presentation at our last meeting, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, that's right upstream from this. And so hopefully Paul will be able to coordinate monitoring, and we can make sure
I have
that,
faith that he will.
yes.
He's very determined.
Yes.
And very polite about it,
Yep.
but
And
insistent.
very informed.
He's very informed, so
Yes.
he's great to have him on board.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But yes, as soon as he has an update, if he doesn't update you, which he probably will, I can update you
Yeah,
to let you
that
know.
would be
But it is
awesome.
separate of this project.
Yes.
So.
Yep. All right.
Is there anything in particular, like the plans or anything? Have you gone through that? You have questions on?
What's it? The NOI filing is 95 pages long.
Yeah.
So that's not at the top of your head?
Yeah, right, exactly. And over the span of a year and a half, maybe even longer. Yeah, so no. But I do know that Pat reviewed it, and Pat's comfortable with it. And even if I did read all 95 pages in depth, he's still way more qualified than I am. So.
I'm sorry they get so long.
They
just
and they have to
are.
be, you're right. They,
Yeah.
they have to be thorough. I totally get it.
I can refresh your memory on some of the issues we talked about last time,
That'd
just
be
so that they're fresh
amazing.
with all of you, and you can think of some of the choices that you still might have before you.
Yeah.
One of the questions that Pat was sort of insisting on is, well, we have a wetland restoration monitoring and management plan, and Mass DEP has included that in their conditions, so that they make that part of their document. And the reason I'm just gonna refer back to the Mass DEP's 401 water quality certification was because if I were in your position and I wanted a quick 20-page document to remind me what goes into this,
Quick.
I would start there. There's the wetland restoration monitoring and management plan, which would be sort of the vegetation. And then there is the sediment monitoring plan, which would be the mud moving through and making sure that that's not causing a problem. And then there's the invasive species monitoring and management plan, which would be handling, we have the Phragmites and some Japanese knotweed in the area, and we wanna make sure that doesn't explode or move as we mess around with the mud. So those are incorporated into the water quality certification. And they also say, and And these are based on some of the requirements that you all were sort of playing with, is that there's gonna be a 3-year monitoring period for the wetland restoration.
I do remember that.
And then there's gonna be a 2-year monitoring period for the sediment monitoring, and then a 5-year monitoring for invasive species. And those sort of came out of our report, which we wrote based on Patrick's recommendation, which I think came
Right.
from your opinion, so it
Right.
should already
And
sort of
then
be
there was, we were trying to decide this many years or that many years for something, and I think we,
I
I
thought
know,
you
I'm gonna
said,
have to go back and,
this is what I remember, but I
Mhm.
could also be wrong, that you were gonna do 5 years, but assess at the end of 3.
right,
And
with the
determine
option, with the
whether-
That sounds
option
right,
to,
yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Cause I think,
At least somebody can remember.
I know, right?
I can't
Well,
believe it's me that's
it-
remembering.
Right, it tingled something, and I was like, wait a minute, we were gonna do something
Yeah,
optional.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So I think that's how you were gonna write it in, to do 5 years, but assess at the end of 3, and then discontinue if we didn't need to do
Correct,
the 5.
correct.
Is that
Right.
for everything?
Was that for everything, do you remember? No, not for
I
everything.
think that was for the invasives.
Oh, yes, I think it was specifically for the invasives, yes.
Okay, well, it can be whatever, you can write anything more stringent than Mass DEP and the water quality cert, but they do say here once a year for 5 years following the removal of the dam, so they've already gone.
So you're already ready for 5 years.
We'll hug.
So,
Right.
but it's my experience, we could write to them if everything's going well and say, things are
Right.
satisfied.
Right. Yeah, we just want the option without making it onerous on you guys, you know, so,
Put it in writing.
yep.
And then one other thing that you, Carolyn, had reminded me about is our last version of our plans. And these dates are gonna be important. We had submitted a plan set to you in August 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one that Mass DEP saw when they were writing their order, their conditions. And then we updated it one more time based on some of Patrick's recommendations. And specifically, Patrick's recommendation was to add some notes that would require construction oversight, so that the contract,
Right,
there
I
would be
do
oversight.
remember that, yeah.
And that is in the latest set of documents that arrived here.
And those are dated,
Those are dated 11/17/2025. So if you want a quick reference to make sure you're looking at the right plan set, you should see sheet 2. All the sheets should be stamped. You will have stamped sheets, and page 2 specifically has new construction notes on it. So if you see that, you'll know you've got the right set in front of you.
okay.
But you need a
But you're
magnifying glass. to see it.
Right?
Yeah, view it in PDF with a big zoom.
That's right.
Control plus, control
Yeah,
plus,
right,
control plus. Yeah, well, and this is the only page that Julia put in the document, so, again, I just wanna make sure. Oh, and actually, the date on this plan is April 24. See right down on the bottom?
Oh yeah, that's the old one. That's the one that went to MIPA,
Yeah,
the very first step of the process.
Right.
So that one is very outdated.
yeah,
It's still generally right, but we
right, but we're not gonna do anything based on that.
right. Much more details.
Okay. So, and so we'll make sure Julia locates the documents from November. And wherever she's gonna put all the digital stuff that will live on, make sure that it's the correct set of documents that we're holding on to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in general, the stuff that's referred to in the Mass DEP 401 water quality certificate, those are the documents.
Right.
But the special thing you need to remember is we updated the plans for you here
Right.
in November.
And did you send the water quality document to Julia?
I did, and I did again today, just
Okay.
just as extra, but I did send it in
Okay.
January.
And so we can forward that to the commission to look at also.
Do we have an email copy of the presentation from last meeting?
You watch the video.
True.
Yeah.
That was before I knew I was being recorded. Afterwards, I'm like, oh God. I should have controlled myself and stuff.
It's easy to get chatty.
I know this meeting tends to be a little casual.
Yeah.
We forget we're on camera.
It's easy
Well,
to do.
camera.
Wait, what camera?
It used to be more obvious when they would stand right here with a giant camera.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
that it's like these things.
Yep, yeah, just, part of the clock, yeah. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? I think we all have a little bit of homework to do to refresh ourselves. And then I think what we'll probably do is at our next meeting, we'll discuss the special orders and approve those then. And then get them out to you.
Okay.
All right,
Sounds great.
but, so we need to officially close the hearing, if anybody else has any, we have no public, so there's no public comment. Anybody else have any questions?
Nope.
All right, so I will take a motion to close the hearing for, the Wheeler Pond Dam Removal, DEP 107-0280.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask you to vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. All those opposed? I always forget that part. All right, so we are officially closed. We will issue the order of conditions within the next couple of weeks. And I know, so yeah, when are you guys looking to get digging?
So probably, I would say, what, next year? Do you
Yeah.
think
That far
we
out?
could make it by the fall?
It depends on when the grants are dispersed. If we
Yeah.
apply for the grants and get them, usually they'll award them
Yeah.
in June or July.
Well,
And the money will be dispersed
This
in
past
October,
year.
November.
I know.
right, that we're
And then we
supposed to
can
get in
start
July,
in the
but
spring.
we got in October for the other MVP grant I'm doing, so if we get it in October, right, maybe spring,
Yeah.
Right.
2027 is what we're
Okay.
looking for.
So no rush on the OOC. No, but we will. It just, because we, especially while it's as fresher in our minds.
It is beneficial for the grants to have the meeting closed and to have it pending. Like
Right.
we've almost got all the permits in hand, and they like to see that. So
Yep, that's why I knew we weren't ready for the orders of conditions tonight, but I wanted to close out the hearing for you guys and,
So we're applying to the MVP, it's due on March 20th.
okay?
As long as I get it before then,
Okay.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Not to
No,
push,
well,
but that would be
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, no, we'll shoot for
That way that's
voting on them
extra.
at what, March 4th, I think we meet,
Our next meeting.
is our next meeting, so,
Excellent. I will let the MVP team know.
yes.
And I'll also let the select board know on Monday that you will be getting the order of conditions to us soon.
You may see me there too.
Oh, well, there we
So,
go.
If I'm not in the room, I'll be I'll be here.
Online.
Yep. So, but just know that, so that if anything comes up, any questions for me, I'll be lurking.
Okay. Lurking.
Yes.
I like it.
All right. I think we're good. Thank you so much for coming in and
you.
thank you for
all of your hard work.
Interesting project for sure.
Yeah,
you're doing a lot.
I know.
Relief.
Right?
3 dams projects, a huge and like climate collaborative, which I don't know if I've told you about, but we had the Suazco Climate Collaborative.
No.
So I've been trying to invite as many people to that as possible, because what we're trying to do, instead of trying to tackle things at just the town scale, because obviously you have towns that don't have the resources to do it,
Sure.
that,
Yeah.
which is why we're trying to do the FBP grant, to get you money
Right.
for other restoration projects, but, so that we wanna just tackle the climate change thing at the, at the regional scale. So that would be, like, so far what we've heard is flooding's an issue, aging infrastructure's an issue, working in silos is an issue, being, having accessible data. So we're doing a lot of this on the back end. So where we're at right now is we formed the collaborative. We're having a lot of meetings. Our first community meeting, and I will send it to you so that you can get it to everybody else.
Sure.
But our first community meeting is in Concord, and we'll do this all over the watershed. So the next one I think will be in Framingham, but it's on March 25th at the Harvey Wheeler Center in West Concord. So it's like almost right next to the train platform. So it's the commuter rail if people, and there's plenty of parking. So if
Very cool.
y'all want to come out and be a part of it, that would be great. But
Yeah.
we're trying to get all kinds of residents, municipalities, boards, committees, everyone involved.
Sure.
Because they have like the Charles River Compact, the Mystic, Resilient Mystic. They have very successful collaboratives for climate change and planning for the future. And so we want to have the same thing for the Suezco.
Sure. And it makes total sense to do it by watershed,
Hmm.
because regionally that's how you're impacted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we have little pieces of town, so they're part of other collaboratives, but who cares? Double dip.
Right?
It's good to double dip.
Just many hands lighten the load, right?
That's right. So I'll send you information so that you can disperse.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Awesome.
great to see you at some of the meetings or the March 25th meeting.
All right.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Okay, moving right along. What does she have? So the next thing on the agenda is the snowmobiles. So we sent 2 letters. One.
Copies of one read.
Are they even wearing helmets?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we blanked out their faces.
Well, I know
because
you
they're
blanked out their
children, but-
faces, but I couldn't.
yeah. I don't know if the one in the middle on the bottom, do you know if that one has a helmet on?
I think everybody had a helmet except the older fellow.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I think
he
that
did
is.
Oh,
not.
good.
Yeah.
And
Setting an
I have-
example.
Mm.
Excellent.
Okay. So anyway, we sent them, AJ witnessed, or there were snowmobile tracks coming from Collins Road across Lancaster and then across private property onto conservation land. So, we sent a letter to the house on Collins Road where the, tracks originated and to the property owner on Lancaster Road, inviting them both to come in. Here is the return receipts for those. And the people on Collins Road got in contact with the commission. It's school vacation week, so they're not around this week, but they would like to come in to another meeting. We're gonna see if they will come into the next meeting, so we can have a conversation about snowmobile riding on conservation land.
Are these the ones that have been doing it in the past, or is this,
They are some of the ones who have been doing it in the past, not everybody, but we're narrowing it down.
Okay.
And then we'll address some of the other, especially the one at the end of Allen Road. In my mind, that is the worst offender because they're the ones who are doing damage.
Off-road, off-trail,
Right,
just willy-nilly through the.
just everywhere.
That's through.
Are we
40
gonna
Ks,
approach
right?
them
Yeah.
the same way with the letter?
We could,
Yeah,
Yep.
I think this
this,
was.
yeah.
Why didn't we include that with this? Just 'cause it was a different.
Yeah, I think we were trying to focus on this particular event, yeah.
Just
Yep.
curious.
This is less seasonal than, or more, this is more seasonal than the other.
Right,
Cause
the
that's
others.
winter and summer.
Right, so.
But we
That-
do need to get
Well-
on it, and I think this is the.
I've been hearing
Decent
them
approach.
when I've been out, like, there's the snowmobile, like, you can hear it from Sawyer Hill.
You're probably hearing the people over at the Lister Ross Dam.
Yeah.
From what I
We haven't
understand,
gotten on
there's a
that
lot
one
of
yet.
people over there,
Okay.
but that is not our jurisdiction.
Here's what she's
So-
gonna talk about
Is that
next, so.
where all the down trees are built to?
Yeah, that's state,
Yeah.
The down trees are across the street though,
Oh.
on the other side of
Not,
62.
not all of them.
That's true.
It nailed the other side too, trust
Yeah.
you me,
Yeah.
cause we did a hike through that for, assessing pathing through that parcel for the rail trail.
Yeah.
And I spent most of my time like walking on down logs and climbing over them and stuff, everybody hated me.
Yeah.
But-
I can't believe how bad it is over
Oh,
there.
I know.
Oh, it's really, yeah,
Unbelievable.
Yep.
so, yeah, it's a pretty good swath,
Yeah, so in your hand, this is a copy of what's up on the screen, which are the snowmobile safety laws from mass.gov and highlighted,
I did-
are what we believe are the infractions.
yeah, I didn't highlight the new copy for all the infractions that we're observing.
Right,
This is the, Lancaster Road.
right. This is just the
Right.
Lancaster Road ones, yeah, yep,
But almost all the rest of them get highlighted for the other folks.
right, yes. Yeah, Allen Road is a whole different
And
ball
then,
of wax.
yeah, and then Allen Road is,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's,
Yep.
we need to,
I was thrilled that they responded to the letter and that they're gonna come in. I think it's probably, it's certainly the best way for us to have a conversation. You know, I certainly
but
hope
we
that-
haven't heard from Lancaster Road yet, have we?
Not,
Yeah.
they haven't contacted.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but for all we know, they're communicating with each other and they'll come in together or they won't come in.
Can I see the letter?
Yeah, it's they're different because of, differences in the,
Right.
yeah.
So that will be on the agenda for the next meeting. Surrey Hill Road, that will be on, so, 231 Surrey Hill Road, from what the attorney said, the survey has been done. They are looking at it to figure out their next steps. And, the property owner will be out of the country for March or, we won't be able to attend our meetings, but her attorney or attorneys, couldn't quite figure out how many people are coming, but they're gonna come in her stead. And so that's all of that. Earth Day, do we have any updates about Earth Day? Anything that needs to be talked about?
You wanna talk?
Okay, so AJ and Phil and myself met with the principal at Tohoto, and he's very, very interested in getting the kids involved on Earth Day.
That's awesome.
Right, and his feeling is that the kids need to know what their town is like. They need to be working with it, doing things in their town. So sounds very positive, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I tried to contact Lawrence Holyoke to see if she would do the poster. I haven't heard back from her.
Well, we're doing a poster contest with the kids.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Am I doing something with that?
Didn't you ask me about that? I thought.
Yeah. I mean, I asked what
Either
it was
you or
for.
Phil.
Phil was the one who had talked with the principal about it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm happy to help, but I just haven't
Mhm.
done anything.
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was a real interesting, thing that the principal brought up, because I had approached the previous administration about, is there a volunteer requirement for graduation for students? And the answer was no. But many of the clubs require 10 or 15 or 20 hours of volunteer work to be a member of the club.
Huh.
Hmm,
And he knew this.
right,
And he jumped on it. He said,
and he
like
definitely
we said,
supported it, you know.
yeah.
Right.
That's how he's gonna sell it to the
Right.
kids. You're in this pub and you have to have, oh, here's your opportunity.
Mm.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah, he had even offered to do a flyer to send out to the kids,
Yep.
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna let you guys keep in touch with them and that'll be great.
Yeah,
That'll be wonderful to have. Hopefully we'll get a lot of participation.
I spoke with, what's the guy at the dump? Oh, yeah, Stan.
Who's that
Rogolinski.
guy?
Just let him know the date, so he could pencil that in on his agenda or his calendar. So,
Awesome. I'm just reading Julia's notes about you guys did exactly what you're supposed to do. You reported of your meeting with the principal.
yeah, it was nice of Phil to write that up.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, moving right along. So we received a copy of soil importation review that Weston and Sampson did. They're the ones who review all the soil importation also at Maplewood. It's the same firm. So they reviewed the soil importation of Rhodes Ranch on Randall Road. Weston and Sampson has determined that Rhodes Ranch is not in violation of the town's soil bylaws. And if I remember tomorrow, I will forward the document to you guys.
Where did you say this is?
It's the land that Mark owns between Randall and Highland, where
Behind
he's
Balance
doing
Rock,
all of,
right?
behind Balance Rock, yeah, exactly, where he's doing all of that clearing and, speaking of which.
Building houses back there, or?
His stated plan is, he is going to become a cattle rancher for beef cattle.
Interesting.
So all of that is all on the same property, like where he cleared out those individual.
Yep, that's not this, that's that.
How many acres is that?
Was that,
It's like 100,
70, at least for the forest cutting plan.
right.
was that attached to the email that Julia sent? I feel like I started reading it and then it was long.
I don't think, I think she meant to attach it, because
Okay.
I think in her words she says that
Okay.
she attached it, but I didn't see it actually attached.
I hate it when I do that.
Me too.
Please see attached.
Yep.
Sometimes Google will tell you that you didn't attach something.
Yeah, I know, I love that.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Did you mean to attach something? Yes, I did.
No. Sent. I want to make a complete
Right,
ass.
so, and we received in the mail from, DCR a copy of the forest cutting plan, and that apparently it's finished, if I'm reading this correctly. It was, final inspection was completed under snow-covered conditions on February 5th.
This is for which?
For this, the Rhodes Ranch.
Does that mean he won't be cutting anything else?
I mean, not legally.
I'm gonna say no, but I'm not entirely sure. And this document also does have a copy of the stop work order that we knew about from this summer. So, the kind of the history of the whole cutting plan is here, so we need to make sure this gets filed appropriately, so we have it for reference should we need it. Okay. Enforcement orders, nothing's going on at Maplewood that I know of. 92 Allen Road, they did finally spread before we got the 1.5 feet of snow. They did finally spread straw in the remaining area.
But we haven't. I drove up there, and, I mean, we can't observe it.
Right, so there are photographs
I saw
that were
that.
sent, yeah.
I
So
saw
would
that.
you like to wait until the snow is, melted before lifting the enforcement order?
We're not gonna charge anybody anything extra by waiting, are we?
Not that I'm aware of. Okay,
I couldn't even see the wattles.
right.
There was, and I was up there, what day did I come over to your shop?
Saturday?
Yeah, so it was Saturday I went up there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're sitting around looking out the window, waiting for the mailman to deliver the.
Well, we can't actually observe the native plantings real well either
Right,
till then,
yep,
so.
okay. And she gave us a blissfully short agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So, review meeting dates
Yeah.
for spring.
Yeah, that sounds
April
promising.
15th.
Yeah. So, I believe that 3 of us are going to be out of town for the second meeting in April.
15th.
Yep. You,
I am
me,
one of
you.
them.
What's happening on that day, or is it just a coincidence?
Coincidence.
Where are you going?
In April, I'm going to New Jersey.
Ooh, lucky you.
Woo!
Santa Bruce, will you, while you're
Right.
here?
Don't party too hard.
Well, interestingly, I'm going to, there's a very high-end speaker, CAF, and they have a very high-end showroom in New Jersey, and they bring dealers in and
Wine
woo
and
them,
dine
wine and
you.
dine.
He's
and,
trying to make
yeah.
this sound like a business thing.
It is a business trip.
So is mine. I'll be bicycling
Yeah.
in Europe.
Right.
Or AJ.
That
Yeah,
doesn't-
I know.
I'm not-
I want to be in his business.
Yeah.
not my
Yeah, what business is that? Oh,
Yeah.
retirement.
Monkey business.
Yeah, exactly. The business of
I
retirement.
wanna be in that business
Um,
too, but I'm a little young
right.
and poor yet.
I was just say, you got a little time there, kiddo.
Yeah.
So,
How old do you think I am? I didn't get this gray for nothing. Like,
I also will be out of, I will be traveling May 20th. Alright.
so are we canceling the
I
April 15th
I think we
meeting?
should cancel the April 15th meeting, cause there will not be a quorum.
I just wanted to confirm
Yep.
my suspicions.
Yeah, let's make it official. Robin, you wanna make a motion?
I make a motion to cancel the April 15th meeting.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright, excellent, so that one's,
And then May 20th.
and then May 20th.
I make a
Um,
motion to cancel May 20th because our fearless leader won't be here.
Well, let's hold off on that for a
Damn it.
sec. I know.
Tried.
But, so there, April for sure. Delete that right now. Okay. All right, any unforeseen issues?
I have a question, is there another meeting scheduled with the Tohoto principal for a day?
Not at this time, I think, didn't we, yeah, no, we left it then. When it gets closer, if we need to get together, we will, so. And I wouldn't mind having the update.
Pardon?
I wouldn't mind having an update before the event. And
Oh,
don't forget, the
absolutely.
event is early this year, April 11th.
Right. so, I'm gonna send a note to Phil about the poster contest.
So is it the high school that's gonna be doing the contest, or middle?
That was the, either,
Right.
or both, or.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could do one contest for each.
Yeah,
We could do one for each.
Yeah.
Middle school and,
yep, and then use those. So, alright. Anybody have anything else? What?
Well, let me check my
Close
pocket.
the meeting.
Yeah, right?
Close the
I
meeting.
know,
I was gonna
right?
say, I make a
Right.
motion to close the meeting at 8:18.
Second.
8:18.
Any further
Non-
discussion?
Non-debatable.
Non-debatable? Oh, that's right, non-debatable. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? Too bad. Okay, so now that the meeting's officially closed,